Until last year, Paula Abdul was a regular on the highly rated American Idol TV show. Now she's set to launch a new TV reality show of her own. Julie Chen offers this Sunday profile.
Let's take it from the top. Here we go. Hit 5, 6, 7, 8, and dance.
Paula Abdul is at it again. This week, the veteran dancer, choreographer, and recording artist will debut Live to Dance, an all-new reality show on CBS, where amateur dancers of all ages hoof it out for a $500,000 prize.
I want amazing people to live in their unique ability.
Live to Dance could launch a whole new crop of stars, and it might also launch a whole new Paula Abdul. She was a judge on American Idol.
I think you're amazing, yes.
The nice one.
Paula, it was just so sweet hearing your voice. I'm gonna have to pass those.
Who helped to make that show one of the biggest in TV history.
Tell us, what are you looking forward to this season?
How about a lot of you coming in?
But her eccentric behavior...
Well, let's put it this way. When the show started, the record industry said, this show is going to ruin the music industry.
Sometimes turned her into a punchline.
This Paula Abdul has got it going on. And then I saw her on television a couple of days ago, and she was just loaded like a carp.
Is that right?
Oh.
What's the biggest misconception about you?
Oh, Julie, there are many misconceptions about me. I think that, where do we begin? Where do we begin?
Paula Julie Abdul was born and raised just a few miles from Hollywood and caught a bad case of dance fever early on.
What's your earliest memory of dance?
My earliest memory of dance probably was what gave me the bug to actually become a performer, was when I was 4 years old. And I was watching Singing in the Rain.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
My mom and dad were sitting on the couch, and I kept getting closer to the television set, and then I kissed the TV set to kiss Gene Kelly. And I looked back at my dad, and I said, that's my dad. And my father says, no, I'm your dad. That can be your television dad. And as my parents said, I stood up and I put my fist down. I said, I'm going to be an entertainer.
And she kept her word. Paula Abdul's real breakthrough came on a basketball court when she won a coveted spot on the LA Laker cheerleading squad, the Laker Girls, and began choreographing the routines herself. Her work caught the eye of some very famous fans.
Is it true that the Jacksons saw you at a Laker game and then that's how you got hired to choreograph them?
It's absolutely true.
Left foot 1, hit 2, up 3, pull
And the
4,
Jacksons were only the beginning. Abdul choreographed this scene from 1988's Coming to America, as well as the cheerleading routines from American Beauty. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s end zone dance in Jerry Maguire, all Paula. But there was more to Paula Abdul than dance moves. She started making records and released a debut album in 1988. Forever Your Girl went multi-platinum with a string of #1 hits.
When Straight Up came out, everything was like a fast freight train. It was a bullet train, rather, that just was taking off. And I was always running to catch up to what was ahead. And it didn't stop.
It did, however, slow a bit. Her follow-up records were big, but not colossal. her marriage to actor Emilio Estevez dissolved after 2 years. A second marriage failed, and it seemed that Paula Abdul's star was fading.
My meaning when I met
Then, in 2002, came American Idol.
It's one of the worst auditions I've ever heard in my life. Really, really, really bad. Honestly, Tricia, ghastly.
And fellow judge Simon Cowell.
Shut up!
I'm just reinforcing your point.
Shut up! Simon, I don't have a problem saying anything in front of your face.
For me, Desmond, I'm going to say no.
I feel like quitting this show right now. I really do.
We all saw what the energy was on air. But what was it like when the camera stopped rolling?
Worse.
Worse? That's a show I want to see then.
I'm sure it's the show that's the show that should have been produced all along.
Yes.
You know, there's something. First of all, one thing that I was kind of surprised you picked that song. But well, first of all,
Abdul's slurred speech and frequent loopiness led some to conclude that she was either not very smart or not very sober.
And what I'm loving about this season, you have such a great instrument. You're musical.
Did you like it or not?
And I love...
Well, what bugs you that people say about you that you know and your friends and family know that is just not you?
I am intelligent.
Oh, people don't give you enough credit for having a brain.
Having a brain, that's a concept, yes, with Paula Abdul. I have a brain.
Did you ever have a drinking problem?
I've never had a drinking problem. Even though I've been in this business for quite some time, I've never physically been drunk in my life. I've never been drunk in my life. I don't use recreational drugs, but I am goofy. And
So it's just Paula.
It's Paula. It is Paula. And even the people on Idol know that none of that existed ever.
You are exactly what makes people live to dance.
Now, Paula Abdul begins 2011 a bit older and a lot wiser, with high hopes for her new show and for herself.
You've learned your lessons.
Julie, I have learned so many lessons you have no idea.
Take an improv class. Learn to make flan. Read As I Lay Dying.
Just ahead, the New Year's resolutions of Faith Saley.
Faulkner.